Good evening and happy Sunday, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good weekend, had a good weekend as it comes to a close here. And our Asian session market is now open. We've got a couple things to go over tonight. We've got a couple charts that I've been looking at that I particularly do like. We still got a couple unknowns in terms of the JPY pairs, what's going to happen here. Luckily, we have no news, so that's good. No red folder news, so no guessing, no guesswork. Same system every time. What's up, Matt? Hope you're doing well, brother. But let's break it down. So we're gonna go with volume first. GJ, let's look at the 4-hour. We're about to get a new 4-hour candle here in 40 minutes. 38 to be exact. We're gonna get a new 4-hour candle in 38 minutes. So with that being said, we're gonna take a look at the 4-hour here. 4-hour looks bullish here. We haven't broken this key level though, so we're gonna keep an eye on GJ. Not 100% sure what's going on there, so we're not going to mark GJ as anything right now. Moving on to Euro JPY, same thing. Like I said, the JPY pairs, guys, are recovering after that massive tank of every other pair in comparison to the Japanese yen. So this was actually a rally of the Japanese yen. We're just looking at the primary pair being most of the majors. As we talked about last week, this was when the US and Japan had talks about the 40-year slide. So these are slowly working their way back up. The question is, are they going to continue on this uptrend, or is the market going to correct and they're coming back down? I'm sure Japan sure hopes it's not coming back down, but we have to take a look and see what happens here. It's not very clear yet. Euro AUD. So Euro AUD is important to note we're at a key level. That does check off one of our 4 confirmations. This key level is pretty strong going back 81 days. 81 days of a key level is pretty strong there, guys. Obviously, it's been on a downtrend for the past 4, 8, 12, 6, over a day. If we wanted to hop to the day chart here, you can see it's been on quite the downturn here. However, not sure that we're breaking this level anytime soon. We could see this come up. We could see it come down here and retest the previous low, which could put us at a 37 to 43 pip downswing. Or we could see it come back up and retest these highs, which would be 84 the other way. However, not nearly enough information for us to make any move on that chart at all. Not really enough for us to make any moves there. Take a look at AUD NZD. Now, this is one of my favorite charts, and I'm going to explain why. So, on the day chart, you're rejecting the EMA ribbon and the fair value gap and the key level. On the 4-hour, you're rejecting a fair value gap, a key level, and an EMA ribbon. Big old wick right here. On the 1-hour, you've actually had it reject twice now, and we're on our second bearish candle at our previous support, which was right here. That is now a resistance. This looks like a break and retest to the downside to me. That's what this looks like. We have all of our confirmations on the 4-hour, with that being a EMA ribbon flip, confirmed downtrend, rejection at a key level, candle closure below the EMA ribbon with a fair value gap created, which kind of gives us a border and holds us to where we shouldn't go over this area. Could take sells toward down here. It is worth noting, though, on this chart, I want to point out, it is worth noting on the day, you are coming to a point where it has not broken below. This low is the lowest it's been in... It hasn't been this low since... You're looking at 165-day low of right here. It was here in the beginning of August. So, on a lower time frame, like the 4-hour, 1-hour, 15-minute, we could take this down to about here. On the 1-hour, I'd consider taking it down to here is TP1, maybe there is TP2 at the most. We're not going to see it come down here. It's very low chances you see it come down and break a 162-day low. So with that being said, something to look at. I will mark AUD NZD as a sell. I do like what we have going on here in terms of this rejection. If we can get a clean rejection here on the 4 hour here in the next 30 minutes, we could look to take sells here. So I am going to mark AUD NZD as a sell. Euro AUD we're not touching. All right, AUD JPY, another same thing. Not sure if it's recovering from this rally and going to keep pushing, or we're looking at it coming down. So we won't be touching any JPY pairs, guys. We will not be touching any JPY pairs. Moving on to GBP AUD. This is something that I was going over with someone. GBP AUD, again, strong. We can look at possible buys here, but we're not getting in anything yet. Yeah, possible buys. Very possible. Strong support here. I wouldn't touch it yet. Possible, though. Moving on to the 4 hour here on these charts. GBP NZD is completely in between our resistance and our support. We're not touching this until we get a rejection this way, rejection this way, rejection this way. We're not touching this. We have no key level to talk about here. If there was a break of this level and a retest and it looked like it was going to reject and continue down, we got a full-on rejection, we could take it there because this is a low. This is a low. This one's been held for a while. This is a level. But with it being nothing right here, just in between all of this, this is a no-go for us. GBP NZD, we're not touching. GBP USD coming to a critical high here, dating back to February, back in February, beginning of the year. So our critical high is coming up over here. Not to say that we can't break it. Looks like we may get a little bit of rejection, but it has been roughly 195 days since it's broken that. Doesn't seem like we're going to break it again, but we'll wait a little bit into the session, into the new 4 hour candle to see what happens here. We could be looking at sells, and that's GBP USD. We could be looking at sells. USD JPY, I'm just not touching. You guys know that. USD CAD, I'm not touching. Terrible price action. It's been on an absolute downfall since for 46 days. There's nothing to look at here unless it rejects this and comes back up. Euro NZD, lot of consolidation. Certainly moves, don't get me wrong, from top to bottom you got 321 pips. But over the past 35-ish days, the past month, it stayed within this zone. Could we expect it to rebound here? Sure. We could also see this as a break and retest here to come to the downside. Either or, not enough information for us to take anything on Euro NZD. So we'll be steering clear of that chart tonight as well. NZD JPY nearing a strong support here, dating back to... actually dating back really far here, it looks like. Yeah, this support's strong. This support's really strong. So we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be the 5th rejection. This is dating back to 215 days. The last time it was at this price was 764 days ago. That's a couple of years. So we could look at NZD JPY as a sell. However, I would want to see if it comes up and actually rejects this zone for another 50 pips. Not something I'd be willing to get into necessarily right now. I do think if it comes up and retests this area, we could get a sell on it. CHF JPY, very similar to the other JPY pair, because guys, sharp drop off. It's been slowly climbing back. Not sure if it's going to continue to drop off or continue to climb up. So that's a no for me, dog. AUD USD, nothing to see. Something interesting about NZD USD, and obviously a lot of this depends on. A lot of this is going to depend on what the dollar does, but the Australian dollar is set for the longest weekly winning streak since 2022. So if this continues upward, great, but I think we're going to see a pullback at some point. Could go up for 109 pips. Hasn't been there in 207 days. I doubt it. Looks like we'll probably come down and retest the lower zone. I would say minimally 50 pips, but doesn't meet all of our criteria. I'm not going to sell against an uptrend, so not really a fan. The rest of these charts, the only one I could see us taking is USD CHF. I've already looked at the rest of these. As you can see, there's not much in terms of price action. It was a tough week last week. Same with this week. So far, what I'm seeing. The USD CHF chart, though, I could see as a sell, as long as this isn't a high time frame liquidity sweep. We hadn't broken this in a long time. Last time we had broken this was 62 days ago. It broke through. It looks like it's coming up to retest. Whether we reject this or not is going to be the telltale sign if we sell this back down for a continuation to level 1, level 2, and level 3 here for take profit levels. So we'll go ahead and mark that as a sell. So we got our charts for tonight. There's 4 of them. There's 4 of them. I want to point out, guys, today I am starting the $1,000 to $5,000 challenge. I have a live $1,000 account right in front of me, and this will be the only thing that I'm trading. I'm not going to trade a big account live for you guys anymore because everybody wants to see what we can do with a small account. So we're going to give the people what they want. I'm trading a $1,000 account. I'm probably going to use 0.25 to 0.50 and enter 2 to 3 times. Some of you may tell me I'm over leveraging myself, and you're more than welcome to your opinions, but I will most likely enter 2 to 3 positions at 0.25 for this challenge until we get to a little higher on our balance. I would obviously need the balance to be a little higher for me to increase anything in terms of lot size and in terms of our exposure and risk. Yeah, you don't know him, right? Over lever 2. So we're going to be doing it live all week, and I don't care how long it takes. That's the thing, too. So, like, if it takes a month, if it takes 2 months, if it takes 3 months, we're going to take every trade live, and I'm going to show you guys how it works. Looks like we still got a little bit of time till this new 4 hour. But let's go over what we got so far now, and we'll look at it on the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour chart, we're looking at sells on GBP USD, AUD NZD, and USD CHF. What's up, David? David became a member. Let's go. What's up, David? Welcome, David. Welcome. Welcome, cuz. So we're looking at sells on USD CHF, sells on GBP USD, and sells on AUD NZD. We do not have confirmation yet. We want to see the new 4 hour candle. And then GBP AUD, the only thing I'd be looking at here is buys unless we get a full rejection back down here. We're at a strong support though, so you gotta have to understand that we are at a strong support. 33 pips it could go down. That's about what we'd have our stop loss at. Not my favorite trade out of all of these. But again, we don't have full confirmation that these are going to reject and come down. So that's what we're waiting for on these new hour candles. You'd hate to sell against a massive uptrend like this on GBP USD. Would hate to sell on that. But if it's a rejection at a key level like we think it is, I don't know. And that's the point that I'm trying to get across to people. That's the point is that I'm trying to get across to people is that you don't know how long it's going to take. We take what the market gives us, right? So as long as we find an A+ setup, we'll take it. If we find 10 A+ setups in a row that get us there, awesome. If we don't, we don't. Could take a month, could take 5 months, could take 2 months, could take 2 weeks. And that's what I tell people when they ask me, oh, how much can I pull out each week? Well, if you want to pull out 200 each week, 300 each week, 400 each week, how would I have an estimated time in mind? If I had an estimated time in mind, I'd be able to also predict charts before they happen. It's not possible, man. You could say at an 87% win rate, which is what I'm at an 80% win rate over a quarter, at an average of 10 pips per win, you could speculate. But what if I get a 70 pip runner? You know what I mean? Ayamide, what's going on? How are you? Mr. Mabob, what's going on? So yeah, there's really no time that you can tell. It would be very, very tough to put an exact time on how long it's going to take to go from 1,000 to 5,000. But what I can tell you is we are going to document all of it. I have the utmost confidence in my skills, and I see that a lot of people on the internet don't. So we're going to show them how we can do it. Oops. Didn't mean to move that on you guys. So let's pull up AUD NZD on the broker here. And I will let you guys know when we're getting in a trade. We are not in one yet. USD CHF GBP USD. And the final one. Hey, thanks, David. I appreciate that. Here to help, guys. Here to help. David, what's going on? How are you? Hope you're doing well, brother. Hey, that's my pharmacist's name. I don't know if it's actually him. If it is you, I'll see you in a couple months, but I don't know how to pronounce it, and I wasn't going to say it online. Yeah, good to see you, David. Both Davids. We got 2 Davids in here now. We back and ready to work. We got 20 minutes until we get a new candle here. I didn't look at any session highs and lows because it's too early to use session highs and lows on market open. They don't mean anything from last week. But like I said, we're certainly looking at USD CHF and AUD NZD the strongest. I love the rejection we're getting here. I don't love the bullish engulfing on the first candle of the new week here. So we're going to see on that one. I really love the rejection of the key level down here on this. I think we're going to go for a couple. If we bought back up to minimally the EMA ribbon, you'd be looking at 50 pips. which is what it looks like it may do. However, on the 1 hour, you don't have too much into this EMA ribbon. To the top of it would be 45 pips to the 50-day EMA. So when we're talking about buying into an EMA ribbon versus using a candle closure above or below in a fair value gap, it's the same system, but it's buying up the trend, buying up to the reversal instead of waiting for the reversal. And as you guys know, I'd rather wait for the reversal than buy up to the reversal and then scalp it back down. It's certainly possible. You can certainly do it, but wouldn't suggest it, especially if you're just starting out. You know what I mean, guys? I like the level USD CHF is holding at. If we look at the technicals, you've got sell across the board here. So let's look at the 1 day. See, the issue I have with this is on the 1 day, it could come back up. This could be creating a wick to come back up for 54 pips. But if you were to short it, you could short it with your stop loss at the 50-day EMA. You certainly could. I don't love that large of a stop loss. I'd like something more around this area. I didn't realize we were on a day there. Yeah, I'd rather something like this, like a 38 pip stop loss. You could even go a little bit more, but anything else would pretty much render it invalid. So, I mean, if you were to get in it, if you wanted to go tight, you could go tight at 25 pip stop loss. If it breaks above that, it's pretty much invalid. It hasn't broken above that since the initial break of structure back this way. It's been 4 days and 11 hours. I think you can expect to see somewhat of a pump downward for 18 pips to 33 pips, all the way down to 52 pips. And if we get lucky and it goes all the way, you're looking at 100. So, 100 pips ain't bad. But we're trading the exact same way I traded on my large account. So, it's not like anything's changing, and I'm still trading that account. I'm just only going to trade the $1,000 account live because I want everybody to be able to see exactly how I would trade it if I only had $1,000 in a trading account, which I do in this trading account right here. So you guys can see live account. I'll make it so everybody can see. Live trading account that I opened. There's $1,020 in there. So I got a $20 head start, but 1,020 is what I have. So 1,020 to 5,000 will be our goal. Right there, you got $1,000, and none of this is bonus money. There's no deposit match on this. This is just straight $1,020. Any questions about that? We got 15 minutes until we get a new 4-hour candle here. I love this chart right now on the 15-minute time frame. If we were to take this trade on the 15-minute time frame, we'd be looking at, let's look here, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 would be down here if we actually ended up seeing this down here. That's what we'd be looking at on a 15-minute time frame trade. It's obviously a great RR here. You're looking at a 1 to 3. If you go to the bottom, it's probably a 1 to 1 from TP1 to TP1 or 2. You're looking at a pretty good RR here. 17 pips. And again, we just got, let me lock that. We just got that, so All right. We got 13 minutes, guys. That's the best setup in my book right now, including based off the 4 hour and the 1 day. And then let's take a look at GBP USD. I just don't think we're going to touch that. I'm going to get rid of that. And then AUD NZD, we really would need a strong red candle to start this. Or if it's going to come up and create a wick, we'd wait until it got up here to get in. But ideally, we'd really only be shorting this down to here. At most. Actually, here at most. Excuse me. I did, Jose. How are you, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you, Jose. Good to see you, brother. Hope you and the family are doing all right. Emilio, we go through this every time. Do you have your sound on? We just said we're not taking it until we see a bit higher rejection. So, daughter started walking. Hey, that's a big step, quite literally. That's the most this would go for. So we'd be looking at here. We'd be looking at here, and we'd be looking at there. That's what we'd be looking at for that chart. And the only other one was GBP AUD, and it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. Dangerous. Yeah, we just got rid of GBP USD off of our charts that we're looking at, brother. We ain't looking at it tonight. I don't like this big candle to start. And it's on an uptrend. It's been on an uptrend for, and I understand it's at a very strong resistance. It's been on an uptrend for 61 days. I'm not going to be the first guy to short it. Let some other people short it. Let some other people short it and show us that it's actually coming down. If we get a little bit of a rejection, maybe get a red candle here, a red candle here, then we can look to sell it down. But let other people be the guinea pigs at that point. I don't want to be the guinea pig. Let price action work. They're all walking now, Jose. We got 10 minutes until we get this new 4-hour candle. Possibility, just not yet. I would agree, possibility, but not yet. There's better charts. And that's why I'm going over the better charts. So AUD NZD and GBP or USD CHF. We got about 1 pip spreads as well on both of these. So keep that in mind. We do have about a 1 pip spread on most of these. Cart full of diapers and snacks, I bet. Ugh. I felt my water here, guys. Give me 1 sec. We got 8 minutes until the 4-hour candle. One sec. All right, we back. We back. Get any movement? No movement. Yeah. Break and retest to the downside. Here was your break of structure where it broke through a key level. It's trying to retest the key level, the EMA ribbon, and the fair value gap and rejecting all of it. It's on a downtrend. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4 of our confirmations right there. Check, 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 and check. And on top of that, it's a sell on all time frames for the technicals. Same exact thing with AUD-NZD. I don't like it as much because of the bullish engulfing new hour, 4-hour candle for the week. I don't like that candle. But if we see the next candle come up and then reject, could be a big swing down going into London. But our best chart right now is USD CHF. We've got no USD news either coming up at all. In terms of news, nothing going on. Canada sees long trade war with US that may last past midterms. Canada-US talks, NZD retail survey. Nothing really going on here. Nothing really going on. You've got core retail sales that already happened at 6:45 tonight for NZD. It didn't even move at all. Tomorrow you've got the Treasury Secretary Bessent speaks tomorrow. So he'll be going over monetary policy. He's holding a press conference about new U.S. sanctions and economic measures against Iran in Washington. Could have a little bit of an effect, but it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. Markets will probably already be dies down. So you're more than welcome to take a buy there, brother. Then go ahead. I know exactly what that meant. Oh, boy. You make me laugh, Matt. June's candlesticks. You're on the month. You're looking at a month time frame? Even on the month time frame, this is a sell. Look at that rejection. The day, the month, the 4 hour, the 1 hour. I don't know what you could possibly be seeing that this is a buy. I'm actually baffled. Because not only does that mean you're not listening, it also means you're willing to literally go against what I'm teaching. But that's okay. There's people that like to do that, and I understand that. I guess the only reason you could make... There's not a good reason. There's no reason to say that it's a buy, but it could be. Her, why don't you press buy to get us in at a better price? I get it. This is the third stream that you've said the opposite of me, though. I'm just pointing that out. I'm trying to be so nice. Try listening more. With all due respect, brother. Nothing but love. But try listening more. USD CHF is going to be the best trade for tonight. I can tell you that right now. See if we can get in at a better price, but this is where we're going to be getting in on. No, don't do that. I think we were about to get our new, we could go real tight on this stop loss too, 30 pips. So we'd go 80,274, 0.80274. TP1 would be 79,839, 0.79839. TP2 would be 0.79736. 79, what did I say? 736. And I'm not in this yet, guys. You'll know when I'm in it. I'm just writing it out so when I do pull the trigger, I can get it out to you guys right away. 79,502. Uh, 79,181. If we were to get in one, this is what it would be. It looks like we're going to move. Give it a minute or two here to see what happens. Let me look at the 15-minute. We're just about to get the flip on the 15 as well. Five's broken and retested. The 1 hour has got a massive fair value gap. We've got a candle closure below the EMA ribbon. The only thing I could possibly see him looking at is this trend line. That is the only possible thing. But on the hours, And on the 15 minutes, you have lower lows now. Right? So it's like, Well, we're going to wait a minute here. We're going to wait a little bit, see where this goes before we get in. I'd love to get in at the retest. So if we see this come up and retest this fair value gap, great. If it doesn't, we'll get in right here and we'll sell it. Either way, the fair value gap is 7 pips away. We're just 2 minutes into a new 4-hour candle here, guys. So I'm not in a major rush to get into this, but we already had the rejection of the EMA ribbon. And we already had a fair value gap created on the 4. 2 massive fair value gaps, as you can see here. And then you've got a small one right here. We do have this green one right here as well, but I think the downtrend is going to break that out. So let's wait to see if we get a wick up into this body. See if we get this to move up a little bit. See if this trend actually holds. However, I see us being able to sell this down to a retest down here. USD CHF. The US dollar to the Swiss franc. But we are not in it yet. We are not in it. We're waiting for it. We're waiting to see what happens here. I think we're going to create a wick right here. But we will see. Yep, USD CHF. That is what we're looking at right now. Could look at AUD NZD, but again, like I said, guys, I did not like this bullish engulfing on the 4. I think this is going to come up and create a wick and then reject, so we're holding off. I think a better entry would be up here with a stop loss up here. So we're holding off on this one right now. And GBP AUD, like I said, you could buy up to the EMA ribbon, but that isn't 100% what I go by. It's not really my system. Let's look at the 5 or the 15 for an entry here, guys. I think a nice retest there would be decent. Let's check the old buy and sell signals on my indicator. What's up, Adele? How are you? Iomid, what's going on? How are you? We will get a sell signal there. This bad boy's coming down. Just a matter of where we get in. Look at that 4-hour chart right there. Strong resistance. Yeah, he's crushing Taco Bell like the rest of us. You guys try that new menu yet? Fire. Yes, USDCHF. That is correct. We're going to wait for a good entry, though, like I said. I'm not rushing into anything. There's no reason to. Beginning of the week. New week, new challenge. I'm not sure if all you guys were in here when I said it. But 1,000 to 5,000 challenge. That's the only thing I'm trading live is the $1,000 account. For those that weren't in here, there you go. Live account. $1,020 is what's in there. No metrics either. So like if you go right here, zero analytics so far. It's a brand new account. Zero analytics. So that if you saw the thumbnail there, that's what we're doing. Try and be a little more relatable. Show everyone that you don't need 100 grand to make money. Boy, I need a haircut. Tell you. I'd have to have Taylor bring me a hat after I just messed that up. There we go. Yeah, his hair's getting long. I think I had the entry up here because this is where I thought we were going to create a wick at. Throwing hearts there for you, Adele. Hearts in the chat. There you go. I'm pressing the button. Yeah, AUD-NZD is going to come up and try and either retrace this wick or just rocket launch. And GBP-AUD still doesn't have enough information for us to tell. Yep, I agree with you there. Find a good barber and stick with him for life. Adele and I had a conversation about this, actually. Granted, I do pay a little above average to get my haircut. Mine's a little excessive. $100 is a lot, but I'll tell you what, anytime I text that guy, he's ready for me. He's been cutting my hair for 6 years now. It's hard to get that low skin fade with this curly hair. Go to a Dominican or a Hispanic-owned barbershop. The Dominicans and Puerto Ricans cut the best hair. I don't know if I can say that on stream, but it is the truth. At least for guys' hair. I always get mine done there. They do mine. What's the problem with that? They do my brows. Every time. He uses a little straight edge. And does the little... and then uses the scissors to cut the little long ones off. He's pretty thorough. Does a straight edge shave. You know? What's this 15-minute chart look like? Times have changed. Happy Captain Robin. What's going on? Cherries. I need to hear. And we wait for our entry. Oh, 7-Up on TikTok. Got it. Yep, I know who you are. I saw you you commented on like all my stuff. Thank you, I appreciate that. Good to see you. Good to have you on stream. That would be the only thing I'd be worried about, and that is it. That is the one thing stopping me from getting in this right now. I appreciate that. We'll see what happens by the end of it. See how long it takes us to get there. Because I know we're going to get there. Just a matter of how long. But it'll be real. Show everyone how long it takes to get from 1,000 to 5,000. Alright, we're about to get a new 15-minute candle. Appreciate that, though. Doing it for the people. Alright, there's our new 15. Let's see if we get a retest on this EMA here. Because this was what our entry point was looking like. Somewhere between here and here. And on the 5, it looks like we're rejecting nicely. Excuse me. Would they finally pass it there? Taylor's hair is everywhere. Really? That's surprising. Well, we're not in it yet. We're not in anything yet. So there should be no risk on anything right now. We're not in anything. I don't like AUD NZD. Not like in GBP AUD. Look at some of these other charts, but A lot of these charts are just bunga. Dung, if you will. Just don't like any of these charts. Look at that gap up on GCAD. Euro GBP could sell. Euro GBP could sell. Keep an eye on that one. Now that we've got a couple hours into it. Wouldn't touch Euro USD with a 10-foot pole. Oil opened down, so that should mean that the dollar could possibly go down, which means USD CHF could be a good sell. Just as a heads up. Boy, that's going to be a long ride for you. Might take you a week just to get across Texas alone. I like this 15-minute rejection, guys. I'm going to wait another 15 minutes and see what this candle does. I'd like to wait another 15 to see what this candle does. I'm loving this rejection on the 15-minute, though. That's the rejection we've been looking for. Let's see what the 5 did. 5's rejecting good too. It came all the way up to the 50-day and respected this fair value gap. Settings, trading, 0.25 as the You guys see why I'm waiting though? Why we haven't jumped in yet? Loving the rejection, but I want to see a new 15-minute candle. And I'm also liking seeing what this 4-hour is doing. If it is respecting, in fact, respecting this fair value gap. We want to make sure it is for at least the first 30, 40 minutes. Typically, the direction it moves in to start the 4-hour candle isn't the direction it finishes in. It goes back the other way. We get long wicks on the 4-hour. We're right at the entry point that we were looking at, so we got 8 minutes until we get that new 15. You could enter it now, to be quite honest with you, but I'm waiting. I think the absolute most drawdown you'd see is 13 pips if it came up to retest this. I don't think it will be. But we shall see. Great rejection on the 5-minute there. If this thing flips red, we'll be in really nice shape on the 5-minute. Nice hammer candle, little tweezer tops. Dojis, dragonflies, whatever you want to call them. As long as we get some long wicks that are rejecting this EMA ribbon right here, we'll be in great shape. What did that say? Got a minute left. Actually about 30. No, you got actually 40 seconds left. It's a good sign right there, guys. It's a real good sign. Here's the reason I'd be happy getting in here on the 1 hour is because it's coming up to reject this EMA right here. The 15 looks real good. We got a full rejection of the EMA and we're right at this ribbon flip, guys. So that would mean we'd be getting in at the best price. Historically speaking, that ribbon flip right there is a big deal. Check. That was ugly. Sorry. Ribbon flip. Big deal. Check mark. Let's see what the 5 gave us. A nice close. A really nice close on the 5 there, guys. Anywhere between here and here is a good entry to me. Let's look at the 15. Really good 15-minute. We're looking at the 15-minute for an entry right now. The analysis was top down. So the analysis was from the day all the way down to the 15-minute. Looking to enter off this 15-minute wick as long as this stays red. As long as it stays a rejection candle and not a wick for us to retrace. But again, 'tis while we wait. Another wick right here would be perfect. If this wick's down. We're not forcing trades. I think we get our wick, but we'll see. Do you know what I mean? It was a top-down analysis there, though. Iomide. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Oh, look at that candle there. Going into the 15, came up to retest again. Came up to retest again. I wouldn't enter yet, but that's completely up to you, brother. It is 100% up to you. Well, yeah, that's the only option that you have. Is take profit or stop loss. Oh, that's the 1 minute. I meant to go to 5. I really would have liked this 5 to wick back down and turn red. Would have given us a nicer signal. Maintain this FEG. Why are we waiting, Jose? I'm waiting to see if we get this full rejection, especially on the 15-minute. We're at a critical point on this chart. Could look at the 30-minute too. There's a big old 30-minute candle. We wouldn't really look at the 30-minute candle ever. That's why we wait though, because we're going to have conflicting fair value gaps, whichever one gets blowed out first. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I think we're going to have to see which of these fair value gaps moves out of the way, gets invalidated. Who knows? We may end up waiting until it gets up here to sell it back off. GBP AUD still hasn't moved, and AUD NZD is starting to reject again. AUD NZD came up and is getting the rejection that we wanted on that 4-hour fair value gap right here. Came up and rejected the, oops. Oh, excuse me, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you. That's a big boy sneeze. I should not have held that in, but... I know a guy that tore his retina from sneezing and holding it in. Closed his eyes, sneezed really hard, and held it in, tore his retina. That's brutal. Alright, give me 1 sec, guys. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'm watching it. Alright, we back. Did we get the rejection we wanted? Oh, looks like we got a little bit of it. We got a little bit of that rejection we were looking for. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. A little bit. 1 hour's diabolical. You guys see why we haven't entered this trade yet, though, right? That's why. What was the other one? Didn't I mark Euro GBP? I marked Euro GBP because I liked the way it looked. But now not so much. It would have to fully reject this right here for us to continue down. It's just kind of in the middle. Unflagging it. GBP USD is trying to give us a glimpse of retracement here. It's trying. What's gold doing? Gold's going up, so the dollar should go down. Oil's going down, so the dollar should go down. Did it gap up to start the session? No, it gapped down and it's been trickling down. Oil is dropping, guys. We can look at all the key fundamentals that are directly correlated with the US dollar. Well, there's no time like the present to learn. Welcome, Happy Captain Robin or 7-Up. We're glad to have you. What? I'm gonna have to put this laptop over here. It is in my way. Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, man, of course. We're here at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. At least either the New York or the Asian, one of the two. Sometimes I'll do both. Since day trading has become so mainstream, I'm going to answer the top 3 questions. Sorry about that, guys. Just got a new 5. We're rejecting on the 5, which is good. We're creating a consolidation zone below the previous low, equal or below the previous low, which would be here and here. Now we want to see it break it, because realistically, could add a take profit at 9 pips. But I digress. I'd like to see some wick down going into this hour. Nope, I'll let you know when we're in. If I was in it, I'd tell you. I'm going to trade 0.25 of a lot. 0.25. 0.25. Depends on your leverage, but 0.25 is what I'm using. Oh, we can head over to the old calculator here. A lot, get it? Lot size, position size. Never mind. I'm glad someone got it. Euro USD. Yeah, and you got beautiful tweezer tops on there. I'm not going to be the guinea pig to see if that comes down there, W7 Forex. I agree with you 100%, but the dollar should be going down. I agree, but the dollar should be going down because price of oil is going down. That's my only opposition to that. The technical side looks great. On the day chart, that is, though. It's a long-term hold. Yeah, I'd like a guinea pig to start the move. But on the 15-minute, it's still consolidating right there on the 15, even on the 5, on the 1 hour. I don't want to be the guinea pig for it to break this low. Someone else has to be, and it ain't going to be me. AUD is rejecting how we liked it. We talked about this. As long as we got a huge wick, red wick off this one, we'd like sells here. And USD CHF, same thing, guys. So we're moving in the right direction. Correct. I agree with you there 100% there. I agree with you. Just got a new 15, guys. Might as well just see what the hour brings. At 13 minutes. I like what I'm seeing here, boys. I like what I'm seeing on this USD CHF chart. I like what I'm seeing. I like the rejection on the 4 hour. I like the rejection on the 15. I'd love for us to blow through that fair value gap. 5 minute rejected beautifully. Now we're going to hold the 10 minutes until the 10 o'clock hour. If we get a little retracement up to create a wick and it comes back down, we'll enter this. What a wick. What a wick. It's exactly what we were looking for. This is exactly what we were looking for. Was rejection right here, guys. But this is why you wait. The 1 minute even broke down. I don't like EJ because it's still in the center of a support and a resistance. There's no real structure right here. I would need to see a rejection of up here or a rejection of up here. I don't like being in the middle. Take Z, what's going on? How are you? AUDNZD's doing what we wanted to. This thing's in sell mode. Again, we're not in this trade yet, guys. We're gonna see. We may end up going with AUD NZD if it's getting a better structure. Because I love that 4-hour rejection right there. Absolutely love it. It even came up and rejected the day. But it hasn't broken below the EMA other than on the 5-minute. That's the only thing. What do we got? 7 minutes? There you go. Nice, man. Congratulations. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Good job. I was like, what is that in the camera? And then I realized it was the edge of my desk. Nice. There you go. Good job. Happy for you, brother. Five minutes here, guys. I love that 5-minute. Oh, that 5-minute right there meets all of our rules. Every single one of them. Curious. I only wait on the 1 hour just to see if we get any retracement up this wick. This is the only reason I'm waiting on the 1 hour. But look what we got here, boys. Meets all of our rules. Downtrend. Fair value gap. Candle closure below. Everything's met right there. I just would like to see what this 1 hour candle does in terms of price and make sure it doesn't retrace all the way back up this and then we end up holding 5 pips at most. But still, 5 pips is 5 pips, you know? I'll look at it as like a barometer of where things are going, but I don't trade it, if that's what you're asking. But I'll look and see where gold is at and be like, okay, gold is going up, so the US dollar should be going down. I look at oil. If oil's going down, the dollar's going down. If oil's going up, the dollar's going up. I'm just waiting to see what this hour does. That's really it. But I don't trade gold. I think it's foolish to trade gold if you don't have a very, very large account because it uses a lot of margin. And I also think that it's oversold in this trading space as a get rich quick instrument, and it's not. It should be used strictly for either advanced traders or if you're throwing a milli at it moving up during war. Like, it's not something that most people should be trading. It's just not. It's been parabolic since its inception, and it's very hard to catch moves on it without a very strong understanding of the market. And I think beginners get in on gold and get absolutely torched. torched. This AUD-NZD chart's starting to look better and better with this rejection here. Get rid of these. Got 2 minutes left in this hour candle, and then I'll make a decision, guys. We'll take the trade live, and then I'm hopping off. Enjoy some time with my girlfriend. I've been working all day. Let's see what we got here. We got 1 minute left in this hour. Very curious to see what happens if we retrace this wick at all or not. I think we will get a little bit of retracement. And we can get it at a better price. Alright, here's our new hour. See if it tries to move up. This might be the best price to get in on this. But will we get the movement upwards? Is the big question. Not too much movement here. I don't see a world where this doesn't retrace a little bit, but I've been wrong before. I was just waiting to see if we were going to be able to get in up here. We'll give it 3 minutes, see what happens. But I think we're selling this. That's what I was saying. I just don't see a world where this doesn't retrace this wick a little bit. That's just market structure. We got like a 1 pip spread on Hanko trade. A 1 pip. Why? Why won't you break this low? Why won't you come down here and break this low? UDNZD. Yeah, I don't know. None of these other charts look good. Yeah, we're sticking to what we got here, boys. Let's see, 1 minute here, and then we'll decide. I think we're getting in it, though. Let's see. So what I'm saying about getting some retracement here. See what I'm saying? I'm not ready to pull the trigger on this, guys. I'm not ready to pull the trigger. I know some of you guys will be unhappy with that, but I'm not ready. I'm not convinced to pull the trigger yet until I get retracement on that 1 hour. You don't typically get a wick that big without some sort of retracement. Look at all these wicks. Every wick that's ever been created typically gets retraced one way or another. I guess you can find maybe one spot where it didn't get retraced. You typically see retracement of a wick, which is what I'm holding off on. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to wait until we get this retracement, and then I will send out the signal in Discord. Okay, guys? I'm not comfortable taking it yet. And I'm not forcing a trade. But been streaming for almost 2 hours, and I think it's going to be a little bit until we get in this. I think we'll get in this tonight. So if you're not in the Discord, make sure you get in it. This will be a VIP only trade. I'm not sending this out to everybody. If you guys want to get in VIP, you can. It's $57 a month. Get it. It's the best $57 you'll ever spend. Otherwise, if I went in it now, obviously you'd get it live. But I told you what to watch out for. So if you're not in it, you see what to watch out for. You see what I'm waiting on. I just want to see what happens here. And it's going to be at least 30, 40 minutes. So, really good stream, guys. I'm going to end this how we always do. Keep your notifications on. And we'll end the stream how we always do. Appreciate you guys showing up. We got a lot of people in here today. I will be sending it out in the Discord. Discord is in my bio. It's in the chat. Make sure you guys get in there. I'll be sending this signal out if I send it out. I want to see what happens with that wick. Welcome to day 1 of our road from 1,000 to 5,000, where we're going to stream it every day until we get to $5 grand, no matter how long it takes. Have a good night, everybody.